Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Well, guys, I want to talk to you about another case. I had a system, both the justice system and CPS failed another child. Now, this guy right here, look at him. A dyed beard. Are you kidding me? This guy right here is Daquan White of Tulsa, Oklahoma. This story just broke, so it's still limited on the stuff. It doesn't show how old he is or anything like that. But on January 8th, a 4-month-old child, was admitted to an area hospital out there in Oklahoma. 4-month-old baby, guys, named Zylon Adams, was admitted to St. Francis Hospital with the following injuries: bruising to the head, a bilateral skull fracture, which is basically, instead of the jaw being broke lengthwise, it was broken in front where the whole part of the jaw just shifted. A subjectival hemorrhage, multiple rib fractures, and multiple leg fractures. The infants also had brain swelling, of course, with all that trauma to the head. This guy right here, Daquan White, is the father. I'm going to show you this video and pay attention. This guy was in trouble before, and look what happened. Look what they did to him. Look what the crime he did, and look at the punishment they gave him, which allowed him to get back out in the street and do this to his other child. And look at the reasons why he said he did all of this to 4-month-old Zylon Adams. Take a look.
We begin at 5 with new disturbing details about the arrest of a man accused of murdering his 4-month-old baby. Glad you're with us tonight at 5. I'm Sarah Whaley.
And I'm Shay Rozzi. Now, we first brought you the arrest of Daquan White last night. Tulsa police say he severely beat his child, causing deadly brain injuries.
And I found court records showing at the time of the boy's death, White was actually already wanted for skipping out on court in another case. Fox 23's crime and safety reporter John Aceba spoke with a detective working this case and joins us live in studio. John, she was actually on the phone with this suspect as they took him into custody.
Yeah, that's what she told me. She says fugitive warrants were surrounding where he was while they were on the phone. I learned that police say he has a history of showing no regard for not only this child who died, but another child he has. I'm sitting across from Jill Salee, detective with the Child Crisis Unit, talking about Daquan White and what she says he did to his 4-month-old child.
I mean, he tortured that baby.
Daquan was arrested on January 4th. Police were called to St. Francis Children's Hospital after the child was brought in by the mother with a broken femur, rib fractures, global brain injuries, swelling in the brain, lack of oxygen, and bilateral jaw fracture. He ended up dying days later from his injuries.
He adamantly repeatedly denied that anything had happened.
Salee says she used the phone to get White into custody.
All the while I'm talking to Daquan on the phone, I'm also communicating with fugitive warrants officers because I had communicated with them.
Police say White is no stranger to putting children in dangerous situations. Back in March, a police report says he was arrested after police were called to a home near Admiral and Sheridan for a shots fired call. Police say after they finally got him outside, he began reaching for his waistband with his other child in his arm. After police arrested him, they say they found a pistol.
You start thinking as a person, is this man using his own child as a shield so that officers don't use force on him? You know, what kind of person is this?
White got a suspended sentence with the agreement to complete the Arise treatment program. Not even a year later, Detective Salee is investigating the death of his youngest child.
My victim is Zylon Adams, and that's a baby who is not able to point fingers, is not able to say what happened to him. The only way that we're able to find out what happened to him is through medical records.
I asked the detective what should happen to White.
He has relinquished his right to be in our community. He doesn't belong in society.
So right now, White is booked for second-degree murder. Police say when he was asked what happened to the child, he admitted to some of the abuse, saying he was trying to quiet the child. He has a court date for next Tuesday. Covering news that matters, John Acebus, Fox 23 News.
All right. That's the story of Daquan White, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shout out Tulsa. Forgot that. And he's a real piece of work. If I could change some laws, I would institute new laws. I would institute new charges. One of them would be called barbarism, in which once you are charged with barbarism, you relinquish your citizenship, your human rights, and the right to just be called, a member of anything. What you did was animalistic, and you'll be treated as such. I'd march them kindly out the courtroom, under armed escort, and out there they could pick a tree stump, the side of the barn with a shotgun, or they could pick an electric chair or something. Or one of those grinders where they show on YouTube where they grind things up in the junkyard. You could pick one of them three things. This is crazy. Your own child, you do this to your own kid. Look, we're seeing this a lot. I looked up, right? Guys, I went to Google Images to find his picture. I typed in man assaults toddler, and like 5 cases popped up just this year. It's only January. All dudes. Come on. All locked up in Oklahoma. It's like this whole thing of eating your young alive is like spreading. In the 80s and 90s, this would be unheard of. This type of person would go to jail and get tore out the frame. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you go to jail and this will happen. It's not like that no more. In most places, because there's a lot of people in there like that. One thing about prison that nobody tells you is people will find people that are in there for the same thing they are, and they'll rally around each other. This guy right here should not be in any type of incarceration at all. He should be turned into mulch and recycled into the, atmosphere, whatever you want to call it, the landscape or what. Listen, if you can't calm yourself down, we as the people would calm you down. I think they need to have it to where, people could vote nationally what happens to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'd have a televised thing where somebody can explain themselves. I show all the information, the interrogation stuff, because he already admitted that he did it. It's open and shut. You broke a baby's mouth, 4 months old, still developing. You broke his mouth, not his jaw, his mouth, to where like one side is. This stuff hurts on a lot of levels, y'all. It hurts, especially when that person looked like me. We should know better. Now, I can't speak about anybody else out there, but I mean, with the struggles that we went through to even be treated with respect and given an opportunity, to experience a lot of stuff in this country, to do that to somebody that comes after you. You might not be right with your life, but you got a second chance through your child. It's an abomination to me. Totally unacceptable. Me, I feel nothing. Do I hate him? No, but I hate his actions. That's the thing. I don't hate people. I hate what they do. And like I said, life is about cause and effect. Because you did this, the punishment has to be that. Another thing is this. He got another baby. Did you see what they said? Whole system's messed up. He picks the other kid up when the cops come, trying to get him. He reaching for a gun while he holding the kid to use the kid as a shield. Think about that. You sacrifice the life of your child because of the mischief that you're doing, and you don't want to be caught, knowing you're not supposed to do it in the first place. I have no tolerance for men that can't get it together, or women. When you should know better, and you do know better, but you act like you don't, that's your fault, not nobody else's. It's no excuse for what he did. Here it is, what? Middle of January, And it's like the 4th story I did this month about people killing their own kid. And that's a 4-month-old baby, never had a chance with you. For you to break his jaw in the front bilaterally, you had to either hit him with something hard or punch him directly in the face. What was his excuse? I was just trying to quiet him up by beating the shit out of him. I'm trying to stop cussing. I apologize. But I mean, stuff like this bothers me. You know what I mean? I'm getting a little bit more to where like I can deal with it because I mean, it comes so much. But I mean, you never get over reporting and talking about stuff like this. We don't know what that little boy could have been, even though his dad was an a-hole. We don't know. My thing is this. Who is procreating with this type of dude? That's another thing. A lot of people talking about, oh, I'll have a baby and I'll raise a baby myself. And you got to be careful of the type of seed from the man you take. Because a lot of that goofiness that's in him go right through into a baby. I don't understand that. Laws of nature, women pick the most purest vessel to have seeds with. Nowadays, it's like everything's knocked out of whack. Any man to do. Oh, he a thug, he a bad boy, I like his style. Irresponsible and crazy. Boom. I'll push the seed out in the world for him. Don't understand it. Don't understand it. I know the family is hurting, and I don't think that was the aim. But I mean, this dude right here, just looking at him, looked like he made a lot of poor choices in life. He got patches of blunt, dyed hair on his head. He dyed it. Come on, man. Come on, he young. Stupid. Set him right up, talked to him on the phone. The detective talked to him on the phone, asking questions, DNA creeping on him to grab him. He'll never get out. And with me, he'd never see the next sunrise. Man, they need to bring back a lot of these medieval interrogation techniques and punishments, because the only way to deal with this type of violence, you know, because they use it as a pastime when violence is supposed to be used as a tool. If we're going to do that, let's do it the right way. Get some of these people out of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. May this child rest in peace and his family, you know, be able to get past this. I mean, you never get past it, but I mean, find some comfort in knowing that he's locked up. I know the baby mom must feel real bad. See you in the next video. Take care.